What to do, people? I'd like to welcome y'all to another episode of Knowdatsports Thursday Night Football Edition, man. What's going on? It's your boy Moore Drive. Week 9 done jumped off, man. And they're going to jump out with the Philadelphia Eagles at the Houston Texans. Man, please. I ain't trying to be funny, but this game here is not interesting to me at all. So I'm trying to figure out, like, what can I really see about the game? How can I see Houston winning? You know what I'm saying, to be real. Because I like Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia's the best team in the NFL right now. With what they got going on, they mojo, they're shaking it. And I want to see, I'm trying to figure out how can Houston stop them. I'm thinking on a short week. But with a short week, Houston ain't got enough talent in Philadelphia. So when it boils down to it, I know everybody like Philadelphia straight up to win the game. If you don't, well, I do. I like Philadelphia to win the game straight up, no cut on it. But like I said, I'm trying to figure out how can I think Houston can win. What can make me think Houston gonna win? I can't see nothing. Only I can see if Houston do win the game. Philadelphia came out dead flat. They ran the ball. Houston ran the ball great. So they ran the back. They got, I think he a Ricky, whatever. I can't remember his name. I don't know if I believe he is a Ricky, but he ran the ball tremendous. He had over 100-some yards. He dominated. The running game for the Houston Texans dominated. It's hard for me to believe that, to be truthful. It's hard for me to believe that Houston running game gonna dominate. I can see Philadelphia running game dominate, but bottom line, I don't see Houston win the game. I like Houston straight up to win the game. I'm sorry, Philadelphia win the game straight up. I don't see Houston win the game. No way, shape, form, or fashion. But the hardest question about this game, because I think the straight up part ain't that hard, is can Philadelphia cover the 13 and a half? And in my words, if Philadelphia go keep their foot on these folks' necks and really do these folks like they did Pittsburgh Steelers. I think the spread last week in the Pittsburgh Steelers was 10 and a half for the Eagles. They covered it. This week they come up with a little bit higher, 13 and a half. Can they cover that? Man, I don't need really. I'm gonna say that the real disrespect. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm finna say I don't know. What I'm thinking about, I'm gonna say that the real disrespect. Last week they covered against against Pittsburgh, the 10 and a half. I ain't think they were gonna do that. I don't believe they're gonna cover against Houston. Like, I don't think Houston gonna win their game. I don't see them show no shape, form, or fashion to win their game. But I think because it's gonna be a short week, Philadelphia gonna be clicking like that. I'm saying with the blow these folks out 20-9, 24-9, 35-9. No, I don't see that. Even though A.J. Brown showed out last week, 3 touchdowns going up top. I'm talking about going up top. You can't put no little bitty cone on home. Home gonna make a play. A.J. Brown gonna make a play. You put a little bitty cone on, he gonna show you that he too little. But I don't think the Eagles covered them 13 and a half. I think they disrespect them folks. So I say no, the Eagles don't cover 13 and a half. 45 over and under. Okay. For them not to cover that 13 and a half, this score got to be shit. It can be 24-9 though. But that mean they cover them 13 and a half. I said they ain't gonna cover 13 and a half. So I'm gonna say over. I'm gonna say over and under gonna be it's 45. I'm gonna say over. I say it'd be over. I said the Eagles come to the party. The Eagles win the game, but Houston comes to the party some kind of way. They need to be respectful. That's what I'm saying, respectful. I'm gonna say they be respectful. And to be respectful, they cover 13 and a half and they go over 45. Up the score, cover 13 and a half. That's cover the 13. They can't cover 13 and a half. They can't. I'm gonna say it again. I probably said it too fast. They can't cover the 13 and a half. The Eagles can't cover the 13 and a half. And them and the Houston Texans up the score. Houston come to the party enough to up the score and don't let the Eagles cover that 13.5. There was a lot of trades going on this week in the NFL. I'm talking about a lot of them. I think 10 to be exact. I think 10 to be exact. I think it was 10 trades going on in the NFL this week. I mean, I think it was last week of the trade deadline. I think Thursday was the last. Well, Tuesday was the last day for the trade deadline. A lot of teams I looked at that caught my attention. First off, the one that caught my attention was the Atlanta Falcons trading away Calvin Ridley. To be truthful, the reason why that trade really shocked me. Only why I say the trade shocked me because I think the Falcons did that a little too early. Like I would have really waited for Calvin Ridley. You could have got more for him. I think they got a second round or fifth round or something. I can't remember exactly what they got for Calvin Ridley, but you could have got more. I would have, even though they said it freed up cap space for the Falcons, that was good. But I believe you can wait until the offseason when he's ready to play, when they know he's playing. Certain teams would have went out there for him. Teams like Green Bay, shit like that, they probably would have gave you something for him. I really don't know how deep it is when it comes to the trades, whatever. I'm just saying how I look at it. If I were the Falcons, I wouldn't have traded him so early. Matter of fact, I probably would have kept him. You know what I'm saying? Because I could see Calvin Ridley and London out there. That'd have been a good move. So Calvin Ridley, I ain't gonna say he ain't no veteran, because I think he been in the league by this will be like his third year, fourth year, by the fourth year. But he know the league. So he ain't new to this shit. So he know how to move the ball. He'll side a wide receiver. So I don't know. I think the Falcons moved on him a little too fast. I think they moved a little on too fast. I would have waited till the offseason. I believe he could have got more. Or I would have waited till if it had been turning around, I would have waited till the season kept. I would have played winning the season with him. And then you put film on him. Get good film on him. Because they ain't got no film on him from year 4 last. When he didn't play, have fresh film on him. So they got them. That'll be good bait. And then you could have got. I believe the Falcons could have got a little bit more film. Next trade during the week that caught my attention that I like, that I believe they're gonna help the team out a whole lot. They gotta really steal out the deal, let me tell it. It's the Baltimore Ravens. I like the trade move they just did to get that boy Raekwon Smith from the Chicago Bears. I like that move. That's a good move to me for the Baltimore Ravens. They take a lot of pressure off that boy Queen. They the boy from Alabama. I forgot his name. I'm saying the name wrong. I'm sorry. But the linebacker from Alabama, number 9. This guy here take a lot of pressure off him in Baltimore. Home got them. I think Home lead the league in tackles or some shit. Man, Home don't play. That boy Smith don't play. He ain't Ray Lewis, but he damn sure do the Ray Lewis goddamn gonna come back. And we know Ray Lewis ain't coming back. So he damn sure do till he come back. Home ain't nothing but the truth. He goddamn he net thing to Ray Lewis for his team. He fill up a big gap for them. This move showed me that Baltimore trying to win right now. I'm saying damn out next off season, try to figure out what they're gonna do and shit like that. I believe Lamar Jackson going anyway next year. But that's another story on another day. But I see Baltimore right now trying to legitimize that defense, get that defense all the way shaking and trying to make a goddamn run. I like that move for the Baltimore Ravens. Real talk, I really like that move. Next trade that happened, that caught my eye. The Miami Dolphins went out and made a damn good move to lock down I can't say the word, but to lock down their defense or get their defense all the way shaking. Going to get the boy Bradley Chubb from the Denver Broncos. That was a good move. That was a damn good move for them. To be real, that was a damn good move for the Miami Dolphins. Shows me the same thing that I said about the Baltimore Ravens. Miami trying to win right now. They're trying to win right now. They're trying to goddamn have their defense all the way legit, ready to shake it. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to get somebody on their defense to goddamn be able to get at Patrick Mahomes or get at goddamn Josh McDaniels. The same way Patrick Mahomes them got somebody with that boy Jones and Irvin, I think Claude, to get it to her. And how Buffalo got Von Miller to get it to her. Miami got them just reacted with the Bradley Chubb move. I like that move. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good move for the Miami Dolphins. A real interesting move to me. And they should have the defense all the way popping. I'm talking about all the way popping. For real. Next team that shook a little P, so I'm saying, in my words, is coming out the same division that Miami just was in. The Buffalo Bills went out and got them, I could say, a legit running back. I'm going to say a legit running back. The reason why I say legit running back because he come from the Indianapolis Colts. I'm saying he's solid. I don't want to say his name wrong. If I say his name wrong, I'm sorry. But Nyheim Hines, number 21. And when he played for the Colts, he was number 21. He's a solid back. I believe he will help out the ball. He will help out Buffalo running game tremendously. Even though they got Singletary and Cook in Buffalo, with them making their move, they tell me they don't believe in one on they don't believe in. I don't know which one. I think Singletary is more of a catcher, and I don't believe they want to put trust in Cook. Cause I've seen Cook cover that motherfucker up a couple times. But Nyheim Hines, solid running back. They try. I'm assuming Buffalo want to try to run the football more than that. I mean, gonna try to start running the football instead of trying to get Josh Allen killed by running that motherfucker every play. So I say that's a good move for the Buffalo Bills. I'm saying a solid move for the Buffalo Bills. I'm talking about a damn solid one when it comes to me with trying to legitimize that running game they got because they need one bad. Next up, I say they made it's a solid move for their team. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to help them this year. You know what I'm saying? But the Chicago Bears going out and get Chase Claypool from the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's a good move for Justin Fields. And what I mean by good move for Justin Fields, he got a quarterback. He got somebody to throw the ball to a little bit more than Mooney, than the other wide receiver Mooney. They go down and get a weapon for Justin Fields that was solid. I think they're gonna re-sign him, so that should be a good move for them in the future. Will it help them right now? Really don't make no difference. The Bears ain't going nowhere, but I say they made a nice, solid move for their future. Was that real talk? I think they made a nice, solid move for their future. One more team made a nice move that got my attention, man. And that team is the Minnesota Vikings. The Minnesota Vikings made a move that shocked the shit out of me. I ain't lying. I'm saying this move shocked the shit out of me that the Minnesota Vikings made. The reason why it shocked the shit out of me because the team they did it with. I'm saying, like, nah, for real. The team that the Minnesota Vikings traded they got their trade from. I'm talking about the team that they went and got somebody from. They can help them out a whole lot. I'm talking about can change all their problems right now. Like in your own division. Like they went in their own division. Like listen to it though. They went in their own division and got somebody who can solve all their problems right now. I ain't gonna say solve all their problems, but solve their main problem right now. No, for real. Them folk go to Detroit and go get Detroit #1 tight end. Hold tight, man. That boy TJ. That boy tight, man. Tight end, that man come out of Detroit. I think he played for Michigan a couple years ago. I think this is his 3rd year, I believe. But home solid. Real solid. And the Minnesota Vikings just lost they tight end, I think, Irvin Smith, number 84, I think that's his name. They just lost him for about, I think, 6 to 10 weeks with a knee injury or something. Soon as that happen, they go get their boy TJ Hawkinson from Detroit. Home back. Anybody know that man? That man is a damn good tight end. So now you don't lose a beat. And he can block, and he'll block. He'll go down there and get the trenches and block. Really? Come on, Detroit. I don't understand what the hell you got going on. That is the second time Minnesota when they got somebody out their division to come help them. Shake it. One on that was the Darius, I think his name, I can't say his first name, but I know his name Smith. Linebacker. When they got him from the Green Bay Packers. I know they hit goddamn. I know Minnesota hit Green Bay with appreciate you. I'm saying when they got him, they put him out there on that defense. And now Detroit, they want to gave them the tight end from their team. I'm gonna say the tight end might be their 3rd best weapon right now. I'm gonna say their 3rd best weapon because I like Swift and they got a wide receiver. They got a wide receiver. The offense clicking. I ain't gonna lie. Hopkins, I mean, they boy TJ ain't nothing but the truth. I don't know what number I can put him in with what offensive weapon he was with Detroit. But I know he wasn't the top offensive weapon with him. He wasn't no goddamn just no blocker. He was a main factor. They get him man away for a 2nd round draft pick and a 3rd round draft pick. The 2nd round draft pick is in 2023. The 3rd round draft pick in 2024. They give him a tight end and let the Minnesota get the 4th round pick in 2023 and the 4th round pick in 2024 with condition. Really? When they boil down to it, Minnesota won. You got to believe that. I'm talking about won the shit out of that trade. All the way live. I don't understand Detroit. I don't understand. One thing about it, man, y'all know every week before I leave here, I got to give y'all my top 10 teams through week 8, because it's week 8 in the NFL. This week, we're going to start that thing out, man. My week really didn't change. I said my top 10 didn't really change. It's really almost the same from last week. Top 14 still the same. Philadelphia the number 1. Buffalo still number 2. Even though Buffalo number 2, even though they won, Philadelphia won. Both teams won convincingly on their team. Matter of fact, I think, both teams won convincingly. I think Philadelphia beat their team more than they beat Buffalo beat their team. I think matter of fact, Buffalo didn't cover the spread and Philadelphia did. Kansas City 3, still shaking the P. I think Kansas City had a bye week, I believe, this week. So they should not lose a spot. I don't see them losing a spot. Minnesota still at 4. They were 4 last week. They handled their bid against Arizona. Arizona tried to come back. Matter of fact, Arizona made it close. Had it broke down to I think 2 points or something like that. Minnesota pulled out, got a cushion to that end of the game to win the game. Down the Cowboys, same thing. They still top 5. They didn't move. Cushion game get a Chicago Bears. How did they beat them the way they're supposed to? I ain't gonna say cushion game, but they hadn't beaten the way they're supposed to. The game got close, but at the end of the day, they covered their spread and they pulled off on them. So I kept them at 5. I moved Seattle up to 6. Last week, Seattle was at 10. Question probably be like, man, how the hell you move Seattle so far from 10 to 6? The reason why I did that, because everybody that's under Seattle, lost. Everybody that was in front of Seattle, lost. They beat the Giants. The Giants was 6. They lost. They beat them. Cincinnati, they lost. Jets, they lost. Rams, they lost. So, see, they beat the Giants, and the Giants were the 6th the 16. I think it was only right that they move up to the 6th. They win their division. That was a crucial game against the Giants. On the road. I mean, Giants came to their house. They handled their business. Treated John like Hebrew slave. I think Seattle deserved to be moved up. So I put them in number 6. Last week, this team went on my list. The reason why they went on my list at number 7, because I didn't like how they beat the team they beat. They beat Pittsburgh by 7 points. I thought they supposed to beat them a little bit more. They came out this week, week 8, against the Detroit Lions. It was a little, Detroit jumped on them by 4. I think Detroit had them 21-7. Down by 14. Folk caught shit out them folk, pulled off, beat them by at least 10. That showed me a whole lot about them folk. And they just made a crucial move with getting Bradley on Chubb from Denver, shaking it. Got the Miami Dolphins coming in at 7. Had Cincinnati at 7 last week. They just went out bad against Cleveland. They cannot be at the 7-best team out of. They can't be 7 out of top 10 due to the Cleveland Browns, even though it was a division game. They got stomped out by Cleveland. So I put Miami in their place at the 7. They weren't even on my list last week. But Miami got that showed me something against Detroit, how they came back on the folk and pulled off. And with the Bradley Chubb move, them folk that's some real contenders now. Now for real. At 8, I got the Tennessee Titans. Tennessee Titans just handled their business again in Houston, Texas. I think the Tennessee Titans have won 3-4 in a row or something. I can't really I can't say. I can't remember really how many they won in a row. But the Tennessee Titans, they win their division. So they playing good ball the last 2-3 weeks, what I've been seeing. Malik Willis, he started this week against Houston. They won that football game. They gave the ball out there to Derrick Henry. They won the game 17-10. They gave the ball to Derrick Henry. Had the ball 32 times. He looked like the old Derrick Henry. I think they need to get back to that recipe if they're going to have Malik Willis out there on the field. I want to see Malik Willis out on the field anyway. But the more reps you get, the better they'll be. Tennessee going to be real good when Malik Willis catch up with the NFL. You can believe that. But I got Tennessee at my 8. It's a defense playing solid. One thing about my league, like I always say, it changed like the weather. I ain't going to lie, it changed like the weather. So Tennessee has a bye week this week. No, I take that back. Tennessee play Kansas City. They my number 18. The way Tennessee play that Kansas City game gonna let me know how Tennessee can stay in the top 10. The same way I said about the Jets, who played they took this week. The Jets was in my top 10 last week at number 8. I said the same thing about the Jets. The Jets play the New England Patriots. I said the way the Jets play New England, win or lose, let me know they stay in their top 10. If they won that game, immediately they stayed out because that was a bit weird with them. But they lost, and the way they lost, let me know right now they not top 10 material. Next week they playing Buffalo. They not top 10 material. But they can beat Buffalo that week. And Tennessee can get them lose to Kansas City. And hey man, it can be switch swap. Ain't no telling about this. Ain't no telling on this thing. But it's a big week for Tennessee to play the Kansas City Chiefs, the 3rd best team on my list, on my top 10 list. So Tennessee, they cracked the list from not being on last week at number 8. At number 9, a familiar team. They was on my list. They wasn't on here last week, but they've been on here before, and they back. San Francisco 49ers. Reason why I got the San Francisco 49ers at 9, because they beat the team that was at 9 last week in their division. It was in the LA Rams. It was in they beat them convincingly, treat them like Hebrew slaves. McCaffrey looked real good with them folk. So them folk gonna be real, real dangerous when they get healthy. I ain't gonna lie. Like they at 9 now. By the time the 49ers get healthy, and when they get healthy, whatever, by week 12, shit, I can see the 49ers easily in my top 5. Easily. With no questions asked. Right now they at 9. So they beat the LA Rams. That was at 9 last week. But hey, they beat them. I'm saying so same division. You're not winning. I think they said you're not winning that division. You're right behind 49ers. So, hey, you got to be out of the top 10 in my book. Last but not least, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was in my list a couple weeks ago. They're not in it no more. Seattle was number 10 last week in my list. Last week they were. Speaking of Tampa Bay, when I not trying to be funny, they was on my list 2 weeks ago at number 10. Last week at number 10, Seattle Seahawks was at my number 10 team. They moved up to number 6. So at number 10 this week, I got the Baltimore Ravens. And the reason why I got the Baltimore Ravens at number 10, which they was not on the list last week, I like the impressive win that they got against Dad, though. What I mean by that is, I done seen Baltimore these last couple games. I mean, the first early game, had leads and blow them. I'm saying, just had leads and blow them. Blow them like it ain't that. And this game against Tampa Bay, they came off this week against Tampa Bay, I meant to say. They came off like that with the first half, trimming around. But the second half, they got to their identity, ran the ball. They stopped throwing the ball 30, 40 times. We got there on Lamar Jackson. And they got to their identity and won that game. I believe if they can stick to their identity, the Baltimore Ravens will be a hard out in the AFC. The reason why I say that, if they run the ball, they commit to the run. I'm talking about run the ball, get healthy with the wide receivers, and let Lamar Jackson do his little thing. Instead of letting Lamar Jackson do his thing all the time. Run the ball first, put running the ball first. That'll help the defense, and that'll control the ball and control the game. But I think Baltimore ain't gonna keep doing that. But right now they is, so I put them at number 10. I like them at the 10-best team in the NFC. I mean the NFL right now. Tampa Bay, the Rams, Cincinnati, the Jets. Who else? That's really it. All of them are not in the list. They were last week, to be exact. In week 7, they was. The Giants ain't either. So the Giants, Cincinnati, the Jets, the Rams. That's 14. That's not that. I'm saying from the top 10. That was in week 7. In week 8, they out the box. All the teams that they called out lost. All the teams that took their place won. Majority, I think the Jets the only team that probably got a winning record. They're not even gonna say winning record, but record really like better than Seattle's. I'm saying probably the 49ers. I'm saying shit like that. But the way the Jets lost to New England showed me that a lot ain't changed. Mentality done changed a little. I'm saying they getting a little better. I'm saying, but Zach Wilson, he got to tighten up. And I think that was gonna hold him back. So right there, where they had the ball there to will I pick Zach Wilson or goddamn Jimmy G. Give me Jimmy G. You know what I'm saying? And even though Jimmy G ain't that much better than Zach Wilson, I believe he'll make better decisions. So that's the Jets. That's the only why they 5-3 and not in my top 10. I still don't think Zach Wilson ready. Hey man, it's your boy Moore Drive. I just broke down the Thursday night football. The game against the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles, who I feel gonna win over and under. Spread. Broke down the trades, a couple of trades that went down this week in the NFL. With the trade line was just Tuesday. Who I liked it in the trades, where they were gonna go. I'm saying who I liked it, where they went. Top 10 team through week 8. Knowdatsports top 10 team through week 8. Broke that down. Hey man, I had y'all for here about 30 minutes. I appreciate y'all. It's your boy Moore Drive. I represent Knowdatsports to the fullest. Same bad time, same bad channel. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Knowdatsports podcast, sponsored by Highlight Commodity. Episode will be out Friday at 12 midnight. On our podcast platform, man. The same way you listening or looking at dude, It'll be right when we'll be here again Friday, 12 midnight. Know That Sport Podcast. Breaking down every game in the NFL in week 9. Point spread, over and under and everything. It's your boy More Drive. I fuck with folks who fuck with me. Know that if you don't know nothing else. Shaking it.